I can't do this many Ernest movies without talking about this one. Ernest Goes to Jail is arguably the strangest of these Ernest movies, and yeah, I guess I am kind of saying that as a pro. I mean, not that it's especially good, but it is very odd and creative, and yeah, as a little kid, I really loved it. As an adult, I really loved it. Ernest P. Worrell is back as a janitor in a bank. One night, he once again messes up and gets electrocuted, causing him to suddenly be magnetized. 'Cause that's how it works. For a while, this seems to be the biggest problem of the movie until we see that in jail, he has a doppelganger named Nash, also played by Jim Varney. When Ernest is chosen for jury duty, one of the criminals sees him and realizes that he looks exactly like Nash. So the lawyer persuades the judge to allow the jury to go to the prison to see where the crime happened, because, you know, this happens all the time. And Nash knocks Ernest out and they switch places. Ernest for the longest time thinks this is just part of being in jury duty until he's finally put in the cell and realizes he's there to stay. Meanwhile, you have an escaped criminal work at a bank and, well, guess what he wants to do? Nash plans to rob the bank as well as put the moves on Ernest's girlfriend, so Ernest has to break out of prison as quickly as possible, while also avoiding the electric chair. And, spoiler alert, he gets the chair. Yeah, like I said, it's a weird movie. I have a strange love-hate relationship with these films because with both this and Ernest Saves Christmas, I feel like they're just 100% targeting kids. Not adults and not little kids, but kids say between 5 and 11. If you're not in that age range, there's probably not going to be much for you, but if you are, these are really funny, imaginative, crazy movies. I mean, look at this prison. Who's ever seen a pink prison? Look at that electric chair. How big is that thing? Who the can even fit in that? Only in this world could somebody get electrocuted 3 or 4 times, and every single time he doesn't die, he just gets magnetized. And that's the side story. Any other movie, that would be the main focus. He'd be like a weird superhero, but no, that's like the side thing in this film. So, unlike Ernest Goes to Camp or Ernest Scared Stupid, I do think this and the Christmas one are much better. There's more atmosphere, more creativity, more of a beginning, middle, and end story. They're just really silly and stupid. Everybody is over the top or has a cartoony voice or doesn't talk at all. It's something kids would really latch onto, but it doesn't really carry over a ton into adulthood. So it's tricky. If you're an adult and you didn't grow up with this or Ernest Saves Christmas, you're probably not going to be that sucked in by them. However, if you're a kid or you saw these as a kid, I think you will find some strange value. They really are kind of like live-action Saturday morning cartoons, you know, not the ones that like stick with you for years, but the ones that gave you a little bit of a laugh while it was on. That has some merit to it in my opinion. So, is it fun? It depends on when you see it. I don't see these movies really being talked about much now, but I feel like over time they might get a little bit of a resurgence. Again, not really for adults, but from other kids. Kids that say, remember that weird guy who talked strange and he could suddenly fly and things would stick to him and cabinets were following him and he was in a prison where the cops wore purple and he got the electric chair but it didn't even hurt him? Oh, and there's 2 of him? That was a weird thing. Maybe I should check it out again to see if it's as weird as I remember. I guess what I'm saying is it's a very specific type of audience who would like these movies. But if you're a kid at heart that just wants to see a slapsticky Looney Tunes cartoon, not a great one, but a decent one, then maybe this Ernest movie is worth a view.